What's up everyone, as it is here. Today we're going to talk about LG Watch Sport in 2019. Why you should consider this watch, how does it hold after 2 years, is it worth it, and why is this at the moment one of the best affordable smartwatches. First I'll mention all the good things about it, and when it comes to this watch, there are so many, plenty of good things, and of course there are also some of the cons, bad things that you should know if you're still planning to buy this watch. And first thing, and the best thing, and one of the first reasons why I bought this watch was the price. When this price came out, like I said before, almost 2 years ago, the price was more than $300, which is a lot for a smartwatch. Now you can find that smartwatch used for less than $150, maybe not used for under $200, which is really good, really cheap price for everything that this watch offers. And when I was buying this watch, I was specifically looking for Android watches, not for Samsung, not for, of course, not for Apple Watch. Why not for Samsung watches? Because they work with the best with the Samsung phone. So if you have the Samsung phone, okay, you can go with Samsung watch. But if you don't have the Samsung phone, you should better avoid Samsung watches because they don't use Android Wear, so they are not so compatible with other Android devices. But yeah, anyway, let's focus on this watch. Let me start mentioning all the great things about it. First is build quality. Build quality is amazing. I use it every day at work, wearing this watch for about 10 hours. I do construction works, and I do not have any problems with this watch. It's easy to clean it every time when it gets dirty. IP68 water resistant. I'm wearing this watch at work with no any problems. Also, really great thing is that this watch is pretty light. Some people are saying that it's kind of heavy, but for me that was not a problem at all. For me, I really think that this watch is really light, especially coming from the watch like this. One of my favorite things is rotating crown. Works really well, and honestly I don't want to buy a watch that doesn't have that crown or any other type of the crown, so you can use some other things, not just the screen for scrolling. One minus is that it also activates Google Assistant button. Google Assistant is great on this watch, by the way, but every time when I do motion like this, you will most likely activate this like pretty often. Also, these customized hardware buttons, you can set up whatever you want, however you want. So for example, here I have my contacts, here I have Google Fit, but you can set up whatever you want, the shortcuts, which is great. Then here you have Android Pay, the same thing like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, everything is use the same technology. Works perfect, works really fast, it's really reliable. I just 2 clicks, turn it on, you're done with in a second with paying. As soon as you move the watch from the hand, watch will automatically lock. So you do not be afraid that, for example, someone steal your watch, or you leave the watch on a table and someone take a watch. That's another person will not be able to pay or do anything with the watch because watch will be locked. Battery is, let's just say, okay. Depends what you have on, what features you have on, off. You can make the battery actually be good. Me personally, battery takes me through the day, and that's all I need. I don't need more, because I'm putting all my electronic every night on a charger, so I'm fine with 1 day of battery life. I'm getting 1 day of battery life with the always on screen. So as you can see here, always on screen. It's pretty heavy always on, but thanks to the really good OLED screen, it doesn't take too much of a battery life. Speed, software, and how stable it is, I don't have nothing to complain about. Phone is this watch is really fast, stable. I didn't find any bugs or anything or any lags that will irritate me. This is really reliable watch. Also, this watch has an option to talk through the watch, which works really great. Sound quality is really good. Like many times I will talk with someone through the watch. no one has any complaints. So speaker is really good and microphone is also really good. What I really like is how simple it is to write messages. Yes, so not actual writing. I barely use a keyboard, even if it's there. My fingers are too big for that. What I use is a microphone, so writing messages with microphone, and that works amazing. So not just only that you will you had write down everything that you said, it will actually put comma and dot and question mark and space everywhere. So for example, if you say the sentence, how is the weather? I'm gonna be home around 5. It would literally put the question mark and the dot at the end, and that is really amazing. I would love to actually have that on the phone. Resolution on this watch is 480 pixels, which is really great. The brightness, the contrast, everything about the screen is really good. You can literally watch the YouTube video on the watch. Pretty good if you're into that.
You like my hair? She thinks, just cut it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
Also, Android Audio is on it. One of the unique features that it has is cellular. One of the unique features of this smartwatch is 3G connectivity, so you can put a SIM card in it and use it standalone without a phone, which is a great idea on the paper, but in real life it's kind of gimmicky, because to have that options, sometimes you need to pay monthly $10 more to your carrier, and some carriers don't even support that. And then if you're using that, you will actually get really low battery life. Try to avoid that feature. It's not so good, but honestly, no other smartwatches that have that option, it's also not that good. So the best thing is at the moment to not really consider that as an amazing feature. Now, one of the great thing is this charging. I found myself really liking it. So you'll just put your watch here, no brainer, so you don't need to think that it has those magnets and stuff like that. Watch every time when you put it on perfectly will sit in that and charge it wirelessly. The great thing is that the charger has USB-C here, and this stand has USB-C. We have USB-C to USB-C cable. I really like that idea. So for example, you can charge your watch from your smartphone. When it comes to the exercise, this watch has tons of the exercise options. So whatever you're exercising, it can be simple walking to the really complicated things. You can find that option, find that exercise, press on that, and it'll give you the best results when you choose the right option. Now let's talk a little bit about the cons of this smartwatch, and one of the biggest cons is the battery. So battery, like I said, is good. It takes me through the day, depends how you set it up. So things that takes a lot of the juice out of the battery is if you leave a lot of the sensors on. So me personally, I leave the tilt sensor off, gesture sensor off, and GPS location off, and also heart rate sensor off. So all that in my daily life I don't need it, but with pretty heavy always on screen, I'm getting around 10-11 hours, and I'm totally fine with that. One thing that a lot of people didn't like, and that probably turned them down, is the unreplaceable bands. So you can't replace these straps because they have antennas inside of it. If you decide to move it anyway and put another bands, 22 millimeters, you can do that, but then you're losing a lot of connectivity, because like I said, you will lost your antennas. Okay, so that wraps up my LG Watch Sport review, and this is one of the best smartwatches for the price. So if you're willing to pay under $200 and $250, this is a watch that you should choose. If you want to pay more, $250 or more, then Fossil or some other watches will be the way to go. And that's all that I had to say about this watch. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you liked. If you have any more questions, ask me in a comment. And yeah, please subscribe, click that notification bell, leave a like, help me to reach those 2,000 subscribers. And see you in the next one. Bye.